Hey folks, hope you're all doing well and welcome back to the channel. Happy Saturday night. Now I'm doing this on OBS. I'm not 100% sure if it's working. Oh, there's Mitch. So Mitch, I must be live. Okay, so it is working. How's it going, Mitch? Vincent Leroy, how you doing? Marlon Hill, how are you? PJ, how's it going? Jason Budney, how are you? Welcome everybody. Happy Saturday to everybody. Hope everybody's having a good weekend so far. We got some crazy ass storming going on outside, so hopefully I won't lose power and everything will be cool. And I can get through this. Headstock Harem, how are you? Marlon Hill, nice to see you. It's the Hack Attack. Hey man, long time no see you. Hope everything's good. Cool. Glad to have you guys here. Yep, so this is my September edition, I guess. I'd like to do these once a month on the weekends that I'm not gigging, and I'm not gigging obviously tonight. I am next week and the week after that, and then hopefully we'll have a spare one in October that I can do another one of these. Yeah, got a story to tell you about. Not a good story, but a pretty bad story about the last supposed gig that I did, which would have been, was it last weekend? I think it was last weekend. Yeah. I posted about it on the Guitar Hack Facebook page. If you guys aren't on there, there's a Guitar Hack Facebook page and Guitar Hack Instagram and all that stuff, and all the links are below for that. But I got a kind of a sad story about last weekend. Our show on the Contrarians is doing great. Your contribution was great. Oh, thank you. I didn't know the show was up. I gotta go check it out. Pete Jones. Oh, are we? Okay, okay, so you must be talking about the last one I did with you, because I did Contrarians this morning. I did a Kiss one, which is why I'm wearing the Kiss t-shirt. That's cool, Pete. That's awesome. Paul Lou, how you doing? Yeah, so I had a gig last week. And hey, Alex, long time no see. What's going on, brother? It was about an hour and a half out of town. Yeah, it's me, the drummer. Yeah, the pro drummer. Awesome. Good to have you here, man. Yeah, so I had a gig about an hour and a half out of town last weekend. And I'm driving up there. And I'm about, I don't know, roughly about 30 minutes away from the venue. And then, and I'm sure this must have happened. And I mean, anybody here trying to get somewhere. Anyways, the car starts shaking like a friggin' crazy. Just started vibrating like crazy. I pull over. The dashboard, all the lights come on, telling me to stop driving, service the car immediately and all this sort of thing. And I'm like, man, I'm only half an hour away. I don't want to miss the gig. So I figure maybe it's a computer glitch. Start the car up again. And I'm on the road for 5 minutes and it starts doing it again. And I pull over. I'm like, okay, forget it. So this was about, I think, 2 hours before we were supposed to start, and I I uh, I called the guy in the band, the other guy in the band, and I said, "Look, you guys are gonna be on your own tonight, so I can't get there, right?" And they're like, "Oh shit, whatever," and I'm like, you'll be fine," because I'm the lead guitar player, right? So they're basically playing a show without any icing on the cake, so to speak. But they'll still get the cake. I mean, the three-piece rhythm, bass, and drums without a lead guitar player. But and then the drummer calls me. He's like, "Oh, I don't want to do the gig." I'm like, "You'll be fine. You'll be fine. It's only one gig." Anyway, so I call. In the U.S., you guys have AAA. In Canada, we have CAA, and they tell me it's going to be 3 hours to get there. I'm in the middle of nowhere, like in the middle of nowhere, right? But I'm like, okay, it could be worse. Could be the middle of winter. It could be like midnight, whatever. But 6 o'clock in the evening, and I'm on a decent shoulder. I'm not like in the middle of traffic or anything. And yeah, that's what happened. So I got lucky though. Guy showed up only 45 minutes, and picked up the car. Nice enough guy, and it drove me 100 kilometers back home. Now I don't know what that'd be in miles, probably like 70 miles or something. But thank God for my CAA, and then towed the truck to the shop on Monday morning. $1,700 later, I got my car back. But you know what? It could have been worse. And these things happen. And I think this is like the first time, because I was talking to the guy in the band, I think I've been playing with him for 12 years. And this is like the first time I ever missed a gig. So, not bad. Not a bad run. I was in Chicago for rehearsal while I still lived in Michigan, and 5 minutes on my way home, my van started shaking. I need to go to Detroit, and my van is full of all my... Oh, yeah. Yeah, Pete. Well, that was the thing, too. I had all my gear in the car. I had my amp. I had 2 guitars, all my pedals. And it's like, because when I called the guy in the band, he's like, "Well, leave your car there and I'll come and pick you up." I'm like, I'm not going to leave my car here on the side of the road. I'm not doing that. So that is what it is. 1994. Oh, shit. No cell phones. Low gear, and the gear had come loose. Yeah, it wasn't a gear thing. It wasn't a transmission thing with me, Pete. What happened was I lost the cylinder, so I was running on 3 cylinders. And then I was told later that had I not pulled over and I kept driving that way, I would have basically cooked the engine. So they were saying, it's good you pulled over. You'd be in for more than, a $1,700 repair. I may have had to replace the engine, which is, at that point, just better off just get another car. So there you go. Yeah, shit happens, man. Well, I'm in a Kiss shirt, so I'm only going to play Kiss for us tonight. Should have never made it home. Well, fortunately you did. Guitar Man 45, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see everybody in here. Yeah, so, and it's in the next weekend. Again, I'm out of town, but I think that's only about an hour and 15 minutes. Yeah, all our gigs are like anywhere between an hour to an hour and a half drive. And they're all kind of away, which is good, like instead of driving into the city where I'd be spending the same amount of time and not moving, at least when I'm driving out to these places, The car is moving because I would drive me nuts to be stuck in traffic and then try to find parking and all these places out. I'd rather play it on the outskirts. That's just me. On OBS. Yes, Mitch, I'm using OBS tonight. Yeah, this is all OBS. I remembered how to use it again. Yeah. Feels so weird living home without a phone nowadays, but used to do that. Yeah. It's amazing. I mean, you think about it, even in the last 10 years, all this stuff that's different, right? I mean, I'm doing this. I don't know if I could have done this 10 years ago. You know, cell phones and computers and just the technology and everything. I mean, it's crazy, all the changes. Late nights driving all over the Midwest without cell phones and bad things could have. Yeah. Yeah, well, back in the early 90s, so say between say 91 and 95, I was playing every weekend, two-nighters, three-nighters, sometimes four-nighters, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I was doing a shit ton of shows. And yeah, no cell phones. So we got through it. We figured it out. 10 cents for the phone booth. Yeah, you won't even find a phone booth anymore. I think they pulled them all out. I can't, off the top of my head, I don't know where there would even be a phone booth nowadays. They used to have them in, sometimes in the gas stations and stuff like that, or like, on busy intersections. But now, I don't think you'd be hard pressed to find a cell phone or a phone booth anywhere now. In the 80s, we did shows almost every day of the week in Detroit. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I did it a lot in my early 20s. And then, the kids came along and all that sort of thing. And then I kind of put it in the back burner for. I mean, there was a period of about 12 years where I didn't even touch a guitar. And then I got back into playing, and I think I've been playing more or less when I started this channel is when I started playing again. Because when I started the channel, it was sort of to document, me getting back up to learning how to play again, right? And so that, I mean, I don't know how long I've had this channel. It's been at least 10 years. And sort of to document that, like my oldest videos are me like doing finger exercises and shit like that, right? It's come a long way since then. But that's what I kind of started off doing. But yeah, I just quit, completely quit, and then had to relearn how to play the guitar. And I gotta hand it to my brother. My brother's younger than me and a much better musician than I am. But he's the one that got me going again. He had a little fire under my ass. Basically he told me, we have a gig in 6 weeks and you're playing rhythm guitar in his band. So I had to learn how to play, relearn how to play. I couldn't even play a C chord. Not that I'm much better now, honestly, but it was crazy at the time. And but that's what got me back into it. I mean, getting the calluses back, trying to get the fingers to move. And then I try to break some of the bad habits that I had before, things that I sucked at. And I try to, learn better, which kind of worked out, but didn't work out. But anyway, there you go. But yeah, and now I think we probably do not a lot, between 25 and 30 a year, right? Because we don't do a lot in the summer. Um, Gig wise, we don't do any Fridays. We don't do Friday. We have certain rules. We don't play Friday nights. We don't play long weekends. We only do one nighters, and all we do is Saturday nights. So, yeah. Nelson, how are you, man? How many guitars did you own when you stopped playing? I didn't. I have way more now. Um, I have too many now. Actually, I gotta. Right now, that it's a bit of a buyer's market. I'm waiting until the guitar prices come up a bit, and I'll probably be selling definitely one, possibly two, because I got to thin out the herd. But initially, all I had was, um, I had a Strat, sort of like the, maple neck, black body, white pickguard Strat. And this was like an early 90s Strat. It had those lace sensor pickups on it, which I never really liked. But that's what it had. That was my main guitar. That one, when you see these relic guitars, and where the fretboard is actually worn out. Well, I had the real thing. I mean, that's how many shows I played on that guitar. Um, so that was like my main guitar, was a Strat, and then I had a Gold Top Deluxe, 1980 Gold Top Deluxe, and I had an Ibanez Roadstar. And I only had the three guitars that whole time. Now I think I'm punching at about 15 right now, which is ridiculous. When you take a break and start up again, many of the bad habits you were doing before you stopped go away because you aren't practicing them anymore. Yeah, it could be, Pete. Yeah, my big thing was getting better with alternate picking, because I used to cheat a lot. I still do. I mean, by cheat, I mean legato. I still do, because I can't play fast. My left hand is faster than my right hand, which I'm sure is the case with most people. So, but I tried to get a little bit where I picked more, develop the alternate picking where I could pick more notes faster. Like I do practices like that. That kind of thing. And just build up speed, build up speed, build up speed. But then what happened, what's been happening recently now, is I can't do that exercise because my forearm starts killing me right away. So now I gotta be real careful. If and I even look at song lists now, and it's like, okay, I got this really intense solo. Okay, and the next one better be in a lesser of a song to play, because I gotta recover to play another solo in the next one. Not that my solos are crazy, but just the effort and the speed sometimes on some of them. So I gotta spread it out. They're the joys of getting older, right? I'm gearing up and putting a show together to start again. Oh, good. You're getting back to it, Guitar Man 45. That's awesome. Dan Gochi, hey, heck, do you ever just play the acoustic around the house? I don't even own an acoustic guitar, Dan. I had one. I had a really nice, it's called, not a Gibson Songwriter, but it was called a G Writer, which is kind of basically a lesser expensive version of the Songwriter. So it had the same, uh, you know, body size, dimensions, and all that stuff. And I wrote a couple of songs on it. Check out my original music playlist. There's some acoustic stuff on there. So I wrote like a couple of songs on it, but then I just find I never played it. I just never played it. And if I've got a guitar that doesn't get played, I generally end up selling it. And I sold it, and I did, I got a pretty good, I mean, you always lose money when you buy a guitar, or sell a guitar, but I didn't lose a lot on that one. But I just hated the idea of having it and not playing it. And then with acoustics, you got to worry about, the humidity and stuff, right? Always had humidipacks in it, and always in a sealed gig bag. But I just wanted to sell it before I, basically screwed it up, because I never really played the thing. Yeah. But the problem with acoustic guitars is, like, the songwriter was the smallest body that to me still sounded good. Because once you get beyond a certain size, and I don't know the terms for the size. There's concert size, and there's of course the jumbo, but I don't know the size of the songwriter. But I've found when I played anything even a little bit smaller than that, it just didn't have it just didn't sound rich and full enough. You were losing too much bandwidth or frequency or sound out of it. So yeah. Oh, I'm sure it's more than me and Ingve, Dan. I'm sure it's more than me and Ingve. I was just watching. There's a really good interview with Dweezil Zappa on Rick Beato, and he talks about that too. Where, like, he gets arm issues, and he plays some crazy stuff. Right, he's playing all of, his dad's stuff, and he's got to watch it too. Yeah, that Gibson had a hole on the top. That's right. Do you have the same wrist issues on a smaller neck? Um, it's got nothing to do with the neck profile. All my guitars are basically 60s. This is Gibson language. They call them the 60 Slim. That's what this one is. Most of them are, the Fenders are like the Modern C, which is pretty similar. I can't play anything big because I've got a hands meant for a ditch digger, not a guitar player. It's all palm and no fingers. So, yeah, it's not that. It's just, this. Doing too much of this too intensely for too long, and then I gotta back off. So I don't even warm up before a gig. Like, I'll hit a few chords. I'll maybe do like one or two little things, and then that's it. Because otherwise, I won't have enough juice to do the bends and stuff. And I mean, I'm using 9s already. I tried using 8s. I just can't play 8s. I don't know how these guys can play 8s, man. It's like literally you're bending. Like, it's like you got human hair or something, the thinness of a hair. It just, I gotta feel something under my fingers. I can't do that. Dexterity, yeah. I just don't have, and I don't have the power for the bends. Like, I can't bend notes anymore. I don't have any strength in my fingers to do that. Pete keeps his sticks in a controlled humidor. I keep my cigars in a controlled humidor. Dwight Bailey, how are you, man? Yeah, I said I was going to play only Kiss riffs today, so what have I done so far? Started off with Shock Me. I did Strange Ways and Making Love. So, yeah, it's a... important. I know it might be challenging at first. Yeah, like even playing that riff, I can already feel the pain starting. That's why I don't know how much longer I can go, really. Because a big workout is a gig, to play. Because typically we're doing between 40 and 50 songs a night, and just to have the stamina and the hands that I can do that. I mean, fortunately, we're not a rush band. Not that I could play that stuff anyway, but that would kill me a lot quicker. But we have, there's some stuff that I do that is kind of a little bit challenging. But there you go. Yeah, so this morning we did another show on the Contrarians channel. If you guys aren't following or subscribe to the Contrarians, you should check it out. There's some really good dudes there. I did a show this morning with Marco and some knowledgeable folks, and Pete Jones is in here, and we've done stuff together with Grant. Yeah, it's a great channel, and they talk a lot about music and a lot about bands that we like, and should check them out for sure. Hey Russ, how are you, man? Nice to see you. Trying to think of more Kiss riffs. Frank Turzo, how are you, man? Now I'm trying to remember the rest of it. Hard times, I think. Playing along, no guitar. Yeah, I like that. I like that part. I mean, you heard this on a million songs, but just I love the descending bass line on it. Yeah. Ace Frehley. Yeah, we were talking today about songs of theirs that are kind of like throwaway songs. Not throwaway songs, but just like added songs. Like the Fourth Side of Alive, the Killers songs, and so on. How does that go? can't remember the rest of it. It's hard to imagine Kiss having close to the success if they had just put out the records and toured without the dress up gimmick. Hey Richard, how are you from the UK? You know what, Dan? The other argument to that would be if it was only the image, would they have sold as many records and have lasted as long? Because if they don't have the songs, you're not going to have a sustained career. Blame the algorithm. Hey, Russell. Welcome. Good to see you too, Hugh. Hope everybody's good. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. Like I was saying earlier, we're getting stormed on here. It's still considerably warm for the third week of September, so I'm not going to complain about that. But we are getting some storms tonight. Yeah. People tend to listen with their eyes. If you never saw them and only heard them, the material holds up, in my opinion. But of course, the image helped a lot. Helped a ton. Yeah. But, you know, it's... makeup doesn't... I don't know. It gets arguable, I guess. Does the makeup sell the records? And that many records? And for what? How many years? 40 years? 50 years? 50 years. Yeah. And launched. Oh my God. How many bands did they launch? How many people picked up a guitar because of Kiss? You know, all the guys that are now in our age, 50s, 60s. I mean, how many guitar players did they launch, you know? Quentin. What's up, man? Yeah, 50 years, Pete. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Ace Frehley was, you know, a lot of people's first guitar hero. You know, Dimebag Darrell comes to mind. He had tattoos of Ace on him. You know, Lenny Kravitz, another one. A lot of people. Now, of course, I'm trying to remember. I'm drawing a blank, but there's a lot. Yeah, Alice Cooper, same thing, Pete. Yeah. Started playing in 72 when you were 10. Wow. That's awesome, guitar man. Yeah, I tried to play when I was like 12. And I didn't have a guitar. I had to borrow a neighbor's acoustic guitar that had strings on it like that far off the fretboard. I didn't actually get a guitar that was playable until I was, I'm going to say 14, 13. I then completely self-taught, pretty much, which is why I still stink. Had I taken lessons, you know, but it is what it is. "52 years of drumming." Yeah, that's cool. So Quentin's here, so I gotta play the Quentin riff, and I'll probably goof it up. See? Oh my God. See, that's what happens when you start to think too much. Parents started me on the accordion first. Yeah, I didn't get the accordion. I didn't get that. A was a gateway guitar hero, the building blocks to more advanced playing. Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, we could turn this into an A show pretty easily because he's like one of my main guys. You know, that guy just had a certain touch and a certain feel that just he just had a magic about him. And it wasn't that he was playing anything crazy complicated. 99% of what he did was right out of the pentatonics, but man, the guy just had a way to place the note in the right time with just the right amount of vibrato and just the right amount of feel. And man, I'll take any guitar solo of his. Right, should have. Man, even the stuff on Unmasked was great, right up until Unmasked by the Elder. Yeah, not a fan of that. It was a dark. What's that song? Everybody goes on about. Oh, it's a great A solo. Dark Night. Anyway, I think it's crap. I think that's when he started slipping already. Yeah, unfortunate. Yeah, that's true, Marlon. You know, it's funny about Ace though. Like there are times when I've seen him solo 3 times. Like post. Well, the first time was before the reunion, and the 2 times after that were after the reunion, I think. Yeah. The first time before the reunion, he was so sloshed. He had, oh, what's his name? Richie. They call him the Emperor or something. You know the guy, the Richie, the other guitar player. Anyways, he didn't play one solo the whole night. Richie played all the solos. I'm like, why am I even here? I came to see Ace play lead guitar, and he didn't play one solo that night. He was just out of sorts. Then I went to see him another time where I was like standing right in front of him. I could literally, if I reached out like this, I could scratch his nose. And he just stood there and played everything absolutely perfectly. Played stuff off his solo record, Rocket Ride, all the stuff. And he was just nailing it. And I was like, holy shit, Ace is back. And at that point, all there was on the stage were bottles of water. I think it was one of, like, the first year or two that I think he sobered up. And he was just beautiful. Then I saw him again, probably, I'll say 6 years ago. And he was already kind of... So it's really hit and miss with Ace. It really is. But he's got a fantastic backup band. Jeremy Asbrook and Randy Cook, I think. I've had both of those guys on my channel. I've interviewed both of those guys. And those guys are fantastic musicians. And they really really help him out a lot. Really help him out a lot. Yeah, that was the Sex Pistols. Pretty Vacant, yeah. That's what I first learned how to play, was that entire record, because it's all bar chords. Thanks, Hugh. Now, all those songs are the same, by the way. They're all the same. Ken White, how are you? Frank, how's it going? How's everybody doing? Happy Saturday. One album, but it was great. Yeah. I did a video not too long ago, Hugh, as like 5 albums that make me smile. And they're like those records that come to you in your life that no matter what age you are, you put them on and you just sit there and smile, because they're just fantastic from top to bottom. And never mind the Bullocks was on that list. Absolutely love that record. I can listen to that anytime, any day, any place, and it's just fantastic. Love it. Submission. They're all really easy, but they're great. They're all great songs. Guys are talking about, oh, you did did those jams on Lori's show. That's cool. There's Den Skill Music. It's supposed to be mailing me a pedal. We're going into week 3. Oh, it's on its way. Okay, cool. Because if I get it, I may use it at the gig in Shelburne. That's why I want it. I want to be able to take it to a rehearsal, see if it'll work. I want to see if it works out. Checks in the mail, right, Q? Thanks, Hugh. This is like my holy grail Les Paul. This is an RO, which I bought out of the trunk of a car, which saved me a bunch of money because I would not be able to buy these outright. But yeah, this is an RO. Absolutely love this thing. It's my favorite Les Paul. They'll have to bury me with this thing. I like it. Let's hope. Yeah, let's hope. Yeah, it's not Ace. I ran out of Ace riffs. I need some more Kiss ideas. I forgot to take me. I don't know. I can't remember it. Yeah. Snots is pretty badass sounding too. Oh, sounding wise, you know what? I think the best sounding Les Pauls I have are this one, and I have a standard 50s with the Burstbucker 1, Burstbucker 2, and that and this one I think are probably my two best sounding Les Pauls, and Snots is like right there. Yeah. Parasite. I'm gonna mess this up. That's really hard to do. To make it sound good anyway. That's true, Ken. That's true. Yeah, I can't say guitar's been easy for me. It's always been an uphill battle. It's been a fight. Alex2112, can you play Watching You? I did earlier, so I'll just play a little bit because people are sick of hearing it probably, but... Shit, fucked it up. Yeah, messed it up. There's that thing there. You gotta let one note ring and hit the other one. Otherwise, it doesn't sound good. So you gotta go. That's gotta play together. It doesn't work. Yeah. The Kiss riffs aren't all easy, man. They're not all easy. Some of them are pretty damn hard. At least they make them sound cool. Where Paul joins Ace, yeah. Well, Ace is going. And Paul's going. playing that while one guy's going, the other guy's going at the same time. That's what makes it sound cool. Yeah, I never learned the solo to Detroit Rock City. I don't really know it. Run a Parasite, Watching You 100,000 Years, and Black Diamond on Live is Lethal. Yeah, it just reminded me. Love that song. That's one of the first things I ever learned how to play guitar was She. It's good stuff. Yeah, my favorite record is Rock and Roll Over, but Hotter Than Hell is... Actually, well, she's on Detroit Rock City on Dress to Kill, but those two records I think are my favorites. The early stuff. You know, I Want You is great. I love Baby Driver. Oh my God, do I love that song. There's absolutely nothing to it, but all those fills that Ace puts in that song are just... I mean, the whole song is a grunt. It's so fucking good. And Pete yelling his butt off. Just love that song. That's a song that gets no love, but it's so freaking cool. Giles 2024, how are you? Alex 2112, hello. Watching you, limping as you do. I'm watching you. Whoa. Yeah, I don't sing. Well, we're almost at the hour, guys. If you got any last minute things you want to mention or want me to try and butcher, let me know. Great album, but produced way badly. No mid range. Yeah, the sound quality, but you know what? It works for some of the songs, man. Like, I was doing this earlier, but like, could you imagine? Like, that song works great for that production. That's like heavier than freaking anything Sabbath was doing at that time. Ace solo did fit the song so well. Yeah, I was saying earlier, Ace for me was magic right up until the Unmasked record. Dark Light, that's the song I was thinking. Yeah, like already on Elder, Dark Light, I don't like that solo. Already you could tell he wasn't up to snuff. But everything right up until Unmasked. And I like the Unmasked record. I'm probably one of the few people that do, but I absolutely love that record. Dark Wizard, how are you, man? Nice to see you. Yeah, Peter Criss, another Peter Criss vocal on Strange Ways, right? Guy should have sang more. Love it when he was screaming, man. Yeah, let me know if you guys got any more requests. Kiss specific, because that's what I know most of, and I've already butchered a few of them, but here's a lick I stole from Ace. Oh, I threw a note in there. I just wouldn't play. He never plays that. So let me try that again. That's more Ace-like. All right, cheers, Pete. Thanks for hanging in, brother. Take care, man. Oh, Scott from South Carolina, welcome. Yeah, I don't know, sure know something. Don't know that one. God of Thunder, oh, man. Oh, shit, how's God of Thunder go? I'm trying to think. Dun, 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 dun. There you go. I've never played that in my life, I swear. I know how to play God of Thunder now. Kiss rules, swear. Yeah. Yeah, let's see. How's that? It's Quentin James song. Go. Quentin James. Quentin James. That's it. Quentin James. There you go. You need two guitars to play Detroit Rock City. That's not good with one. Yeah, you need two guitars. How's the car doing? It's running good, Q. Yeah, that's all that money spent, but it's actually working okay now. So there you go. And I got to drive Quinn another hour and 15 next Saturday. So hopefully it won't break down. God, fingers crossed, man. Doesn't break down to that gig. Yeah. All right, I'll take one more Kiss tune that I can play that can be played on one guitar and it's not crazy. So I can do it. And basically stuff off the first 6 records, the important ones, studio records. I'll end it with a Rush tune. Did they bring me a sandwich? No, they did not. No sandwich. No. All right, guys. I don't see any more requests. Hope everybody has a great rest of your weekend and a great week next week. I'm trying to think of what's coming up on the channel. Next week we're doing I'm doing my show with Pete and Martin, and we are doing a versus. We are going to pit Diary of a Madman up against Blizzard of Oz. So Aussie record number 1 solo with record number 2. I thought I knew which one I liked best, but when I listened to those albums back to back, I think I may have changed my mind. But we'll be doing a deep dive on both records, and then we'll be talking about which one we like the best. Excuse me. So keep an eye on that. That'll be coming out. We'll be doing that on upcoming Thursday. So keep an eye on that. And if you're new to the channel here, folks, please hit the subscribe. I'd like to hit 5,000 by the end of the year. I'm like 500 away. Apparently only 75% of the people that watch the channel aren't subscribed. So if you're one of those people, please hit the subscription. That would be much appreciated. If you want to help support the channel, the links are below. And there's a Facebook group and a Instagram down there as well. I usually post stuff from gigs, take pictures of the setups and the bars and all that stuff's down there. So so go and check that stuff out. That'd be much appreciated. I want to thank everybody so much for hanging out. These things are always fun to do once a month. I'll be doing one again in October. I don't know when at the moment, but look for the announcement. All right, guys, have a great one. We'll catch you soon. Take care. Cheers.